Kemper Profiler Tones and Talks. That Tone Show, episode number 20. Amazing. I'm here with Mr. Thomas Dill again, and we'll be looking at the particles of that next tone, which you can experience in this video. Basic slide stuff. In the beginning, it's sounds nice, but then, dude, it opens up and becomes this huge monster of tone. And let us know what you did there to bring in these effects and how you control them.
Yeah, it's for me, it's the description of this is normal and evil. And evil. Mm-hmm. So, the keyword is morphing. I'm using morphing with a pedal to come from this normal sound to the evil sound. I'm morphing, gain. So you hear, I will turn everything down. You hear something like a clean tone. And this is at the toe position. Really high gain sound. And everything in between. But I did some special stuff to make it more evil. And I will show you that. Let's take a look at the rig manager. And you see, wait a minute, I load the rig again. So this is the settings. We have a noise gate at the first position, then a compressor, amplifier with morphing. You see the blue and red dots, chromatic pitch with morphing, and a dual crystal delay. These two, dual harmonic and dual delay, are not used in this rig, so they are just there. I think I checked something out with those sounds, but I let them in. But the dual crystal made it for this video. Mm-hmm. So turning everything off, except for the noise gate, you see the amplifier, and it's a Friedman. The BE100 from Bert's rig pack here. Where is it?
The F-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, the F-Man. The F-Man, I think it was the distorted one. But this is these three are really great profiles for rock and everything. Clear tone, really dynamic. Great stuff is that. And you see, I morphed the gain from 2.5 to 5.9. And treble and presence turn down a little bit at the morph sound, just to get a little bit less bite in the tone. Because I need that because of the chromatic pitch. I will come to that later. So this is the basic tone, and it's really nice to have that change of gain on the pedal. You can do a lot when you do some slide stuff. This is just with one position. But when you like to accentuation of on some notes. So you can really work with these stuff like with a wah pedal on these sounds to change the gain and take some more expressive sound on your playing. Or you can give some notes a bit more sustain. This is less then. So yeah, it's a nice way to give to get some more expressive sounds, especially with slide playing. So this is one thing with the morphing, and the next one now for the evil sound, dual crystal delay. I will turn that on. So the settings are the main settings: note value at a quarter note and a dotted 8, quarter on the left, dotted 8 on the right. Mix level really high at 100% and 91% the original signal. So the effect signal is a bit louder than the original signal. And now you get, when you play one chord, you get this really huge stereo effect. So you play your chord, your main guitar is in the center, and then after a quarter note, the delay comes in, and two people behind you, they standing behind you and backing yourself. So this is. Without the delay, you're alone. So better to have some company. But it's important.
Bringing some extra muscle with you, as they
say.
Yes.
The two bodyguards behind me. So don't argue with the guy on the guitar. And I didn't use in that case. I didn't use ducking at all. I just have the delay really at a high setting and the higher mix level. So that means don't play too much. If you play too much, it's getting muddy. But if you play less notes, just some chords, and that's what I wanted to do, just 2 chords and get this huge sound. So yeah, sometimes when you have these settings, you need to adjust your playing to the effect, or if you want to play more, use ducking or use a lower mix level. Because I just like to show you, if you turn down the mix level, just for example. The muscles are gone. So you need that high level. If you play more, sounds, yeah, ugly, I would say. But this is not the effect. This is just the setting, the right setting for the right part. This is very important when you're using effects, especially in that way, that the effect is a really huge part of the sound. So,
yeah, and I'm just thinking this we should try this out with some Dolby Atmos immersive stuff at some point, because just as a side note, maybe you know, maybe you don't, with the Kemper profiler, you're able to basically create a wet, dry, wet output, which you can, of course, record then as well. So you would have the delay stuff, the muscle left and right on separate tracks, and the pure stack, the dry signal in the middle as a mono track. And if you would put the effect tracks then into, space, that could be pretty interesting. We should try this out at some point. I would have to talk to some friends who do immersive mixing. Maybe that would be something interesting.
Just for everyone, at the master, at the output menu, you can choose which direction or which output should be sent to, or which effects or effect chain is sent to the output. So if you take main output and delay, reverb, wet, you only hear this one. And the monitor output maybe stack, and then you can combine this. So if you have the stack, I will just show you because I have only the main output here for recording. This is then the stack signal. And again, delay, reverb, wet. You only have the delay and the reverb. So then you can really separate those stuff. Especially it's really good when you don't know how much effect or how much reverb delay you want to have for your recording. You can use that also. So use it's just 2 channels in your DAW, and brought by the stack signal and the delay, reverb, wet. I do that sometimes also. And sometimes it's great to have just the effects.
Yeah, of course.
If you have some pad sounds or something like that in the back. Okay, so getting back to the original sound from the video. Here we are. We have the dual crystal, and there is just, something to mention. It's the input swell parameter. This is very important. This creates a fade in of the delay sound of the echo repeats. So if I would put that to 0, it would sound like this. And putting it at 54, it fades in, and it's a little bit low at a lower level, so it doesn't compete with my played guitar signal. So this is something different to ducking, but you can use that parameter also to have your delay behind your played signal. Okay, the next one. Chromatic pitch. Oh no, I just forgot the compressor. The compressor is just to give me a little bit boost on my lower level picked notes because I'm playing with the fingers. When I have the compressor turned on, now I can really pick totally soft. Without the compressor, it would sound like that. A bit more dynamics, but if you want to have these evil sounds, so the compressor is, for me, is better to go. And now the real evil guy comes in with the chromatic pitch. It's also morphed, this sound, the mix level. When the morph pedal is at the heel position, the effect is turned off. And when it's at the toe position, it's at minus 14.4. And this is how it sounds with one string. This is not only the muscle guys behind me, it's this guy from the James Bond movie, the with the teeth, the big guy from Roger Moore's. I don't know which he appears in different James Bond movies. Der Beiß, they call him in German. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, take a look at this one. I have two pitches. Voice 1 is minus 12, so an octave lower, and an octave higher. The balance is a bit more to the octave lower, and with smooth chords and pure tuning on, and the formant shift at minus 4.4. So I will turn the delay off just to listen only to the chromatic pitch sound. It's really different. I will take the mix up. With formant shift at 0, you have the octave signal at the same sound as the normal signal. But with the formant shift at, about what I had, 4.4, minus 4.4. It's really different. Mm-hmm. And as I tried it, wait a minute, I need to load the rig new because I just did some confusing stuff. With this sound, you can do some bass stuff, some double bass. Take the neck pickup of the guitar, turn the tone pot on the guitar down. Sounds great for doubling some notes, some low notes that you would do with a synth bass or something like that. So some. And and especially if you turn the mix level up. And if you use both sides with minus 12. Here are the settings. Wait a minute. So that was just, yeah, it's so much fun to play around with those effects and create some different stuff. So the mix level is at 21.3. Voices are at minus 12, both. So you have on the left and right side the stereo bass, and in the center the normal guitar an octave higher. So you have just octave bass or something like that. And yeah, form and shift at minus 4.4. So the octave sound has a different sound, a different tone and shaping as the guitar signal. Okay, so that's going further with this stuff. And yeah, that's everything I used, and I just played around. Yeah, it's some just simple things getting really huge when you take these effects and you modulate them and you play with these effects. It's not it's as in the last video we did. It's not the static effect. It's a controlled effect. So you need to control and yeah, you just support your playing with those sounds and create these atmospheres.
Yeah, the sound becomes a part of the performance because you're performing not only on the guitar, but you're performing the effects as well. And especially with morphing, this opens so much new possibilities because you can control so many parameters at the same time. That's really adding a completely different dimension to what you can do. You know, adding to the many tonal nuances you can create with the pick and the volume knobs of the guitar. With the morphing, yeah, you can bring in other characters and take them away again and add some other stuff on top of that, things like that. Yeah, so thanks for this, and this is really inspiring. And also, we should look into this immersive audio 3D Dolby Atmos thing, what that would do, or if you have you know, some acts these days are touring with the Quattro system, you know, a little bit adding stuff from behind, and if that would be used with the guitar tones, that might be also pretty interesting. Having a small band, a small ensemble playing huge places with huge PAs, you know, just bass and drums, and with very intense sound, and adding things in and morphing them. Yeah, that could be pretty interesting. I don't know anyone who would be doing this. I mean, the Muse is just three guys, but they have a lot of stuff going on with their backing tracks and things like this. So to have something pure, you know, all happening in real time without backing tracks, but with huge effects, that would be quite some interesting things. So if there are some artists out there who are looking for something special, that would be something special, I guess. Yeah, should be proven.
And you get if you have these separated sounds on different speakers, you get the loss of the muddiness when you turn downs, or if you have some lower octaves with the bass. If you have a stereo system, everything's coming out from the front. It might be not so clear if there's something coming from the back, again with those lower notes and lower tones. So it might be really interesting.
And I'm just as we're speaking about this, some people have raised the question if it would be possible to have two morphing pedals, but I just realized that if you would have, a couple of profilers,
yeah,
and a full surround system. I mean, Dolby Atmos is 7.1.4, 4 on the ceiling, 7 around you, and the sub bass. And if you would have orchestrated a couple of profilers with some effects going and have put this to various outputs, this could be, we would need some performing artists to come up with something crazy, but not too crazy musically, but this. We should follow up on this one. We'll let you know. But for now, I think we're done, and there's enough of input regarding new concepts for live performances. Thanks again, Thomas, for coming up with these tones and teach us about the details. We will see you with the next show. And for now, we say thank you for watching. Try this at home. Bye.
Bye.